This is a real document filed in federal court. It describes a plan, a business plan, and in that plan, they calculated how many people would overdose. Then they put a price on it, $14,810 per overdose, per human being. Not paid to the victim, not paid to the family, paid to the pharmacy to make sure they kept selling the drug. This document was never supposed to be found. We found it, McKenzie and Company. If you've never heard of them, that's exactly how they like it. They don't make products. They don't sell anything. They tell the world's most powerful organizations what to do, and those organizations listen. Governments, banks, the US military, the FDA. For over a century, McKinsey has been the firm you call when you need a problem solved and you need no fingerprints left behind. In 2013, Purdue Pharma called them. OxyContin sales were falling. The public was waking up. Overdoses were on the front page. McKinsey's solution was not to slow down. Their solution was to go faster. This is an official filing from the United States Department of Justice, not an allegation, a legal resolution. In it, the DOJ confirms that in 2013, McKinsey advised Purdue Pharma on specific steps to, and this is their word, not mine, turbocharge sales of OxyContin. At the exact moment the CDC was documenting tens of thousands of overdose deaths per year, McKinsey was in a boardroom with the Sackler family, telling them to push harder. They identified what they called high-value prescribers, doctors who were prescribing opioids for illegitimate uses, and they built a strategy to target them. But here's where it gets worse. In 2017, 4 years into this engagement, McKinsey produced a presentation for the Sackler family. In it, they had calculated with precision how many CVS customers would overdose on OxyContin in 2019. The number they projected, 2,484 people. They didn't flag this as a crisis. They flagged it as a business problem. Their proposed solution pays CVS a rebate of $14,810 for every overdose event. Total projected payout to CVS alone, $36.8 million. They called overdoses events. They built a financial model around human death, and they presented it to the family that owned the drug as, and I'm reading directly from congressional testimony, an attractive option. Now here is the part that almost nobody covered. While McKinsey was in Purdue's boardroom telling the Sacklers to push harder, they were also sitting inside the FDA on government contracts, paid by taxpayers. A congressional investigation found that McKinsey consultants, including senior partners, were simultaneously advising opioid manufacturers and working on FDA contracts. They never told the FDA. The investigation found one McKinsey consultant, working both sides, fabricated a claim about opioids, and it ended up in an FDA commissioner's public speech. McKinsey was writing the government's messaging on the opioid crisis while being paid by the companies creating it. Both sides confirmed in writing. By 2018, McKinsey could feel the walls closing in. Massachusetts had filed a lawsuit. Journalists were digging. Federal investigators were circling. That's when senior McKinsey partner Martin Elling sent an email. Not to a lawyer, not to a compliance officer, to another McKinsey executive. It reads, "It probably makes sense to have a quick conversation with the risk committee to see if we should be doing anything other than eliminating all our documents and emails. As things get tougher here, someone might turn to us. That's not panic, that's strategy." 1 month later, Elling emailed himself a to-do list. Subject line, "When home." On that list, delete old Purdue documents from laptop. Federal prosecutors confirmed he did exactly that. A forensic analysis found that a folder named Purdue had disappeared from his laptop, along with more than 100 documents. In May 2025, Martin Elling was sentenced to 6 months in federal prison. 6 months for helping engineer a strategy that contributed to the deaths of 500,000 Americans. 6 months. McKinsey paid $650 million to the Department of Justice. They called it, and I'm quoting calling their official statement a source of profound regret. No senior partner went to prison for the strategy. No one went to prison for the overdose spreadsheet. No one went to prison for working both sides. The firm that told Purdue to turbocharge OxyContin sales still has government contracts today. The 114,000 internal documents McKinsey was forced to release are sitting in a public archive at Johns Hopkins University right now. They have been there since 2022. Most people have never heard of them. Now you have. McKinsey is not the only consulting firm with a file in that archive. Next week, we follow the next paper trail. Subscribe and follow the evidence.